In 3 days, a person you trusted with your heart will cross a line. Archangel Michael saw this coming. They didn't expect you'd see the truth. Don't skip. Heaven has stirred the winds for this hour. Within the next 3 days, the spiritual realm is set into motion, and what was once hidden in silence will be shouted in the spirit. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword not against flesh and blood, but against the forces that dare disguise themselves as love, loyalty, and trust. Hear this clearly. There is a line about to be crossed. Not by an enemy dressed in darkness, but by someone you once gave your heart to. Someone who knew how to speak your language. Someone who walked into your life not as a threat, but as a confidant until now. 3 days. 72 hours. Heaven is watching what you cannot yet see, and the veil between what is and what's about to be is thinner than you realize. This message will not find everyone. It is not meant to. It is a divine transmission for the spiritually attuned, for the heart that has endured and the soul that's been stirred. Archangel Michael saw this long before you did, long before the lie was whispered, long before the betrayal was planned, long before the silence grew louder than the words they used to say. He saw it. He's revealing it. And now, so will you. But to receive this revelation, to allow this truth to settle into the depth of your discernment, you must first be still. You must be silent. The noise of emotion will try to distract you. The urge to react will beg for your attention. But Archangel Michael issues a sacred condition. Only in stillness will the truth speak clearly. Only in silence will the revelation rise to the surface. You have felt something. A shift. A sudden dissonance you once felt certain. Do not brush it off. Do not dismiss it as paranoia or overthinking. This is not suspicion. This is spiritual insight. This is not fear. This is foresight. What you are sensing now is not the beginning of a betrayal. It is the final moment before the mask slips. And yes, this will be hard to accept, because it comes not from someone far from your heart, but from someone who was allowed into the holy place of your trust. That's why it shakes you. That's why it breaks you. But you are not alone in this revelation. Heaven has assigned Archangel Michael to guard your heart, to guide your steps, and to give you divine clarity before the fall happens. You are not meant to be surprised. You are meant to be prepared. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 999 is now surrounding you. Within the next 72 hours, a veil will be lifted. A face will change. A truth will emerge. What was once hidden beneath layers of affection, beneath smiles and promises, will now stand exposed in the light of divine timing. Archangel Michael, heaven's warrior and guardian of revelation, has interrupted this moment for you, not by chance, but by divine strategy. He steps forth now, not with soft words, but with the sword of truth in hand. He does not whisper. He declares. And what he is declaring over you is this: the person you trusted with your heart is about to cross a line they thought you'd never see. Heaven has interrupted your scroll for a reason. You weren't just randomly drawn to this message. You were summoned. Summoned by the same spirit that has been stirring you in the midnight hour. Summoned by the divine alarm that's been ringing in your spirit, even while your soul tried to find rest. The message you are about to hear is not for the curious. It is not for those looking to soothe their suspicions or entertain spiritual gossip. This is for the called, the chosen, the spiritually awakened, the ones whose hearts have been under siege without explanation. You. Yes, you. In exactly 3 days, their mask will fall. Not by your confrontation, not by your digging, but by divine exposure. Their words will shift. Their presence will change. A conversation will not go the way they planned. And suddenly, the web of confusion they thought they had woven so well will unravel before your eyes. Archangel Michael has already seen the moment. He is already standing in that future hour. He is already guarding your soul as the moment draws near. He does not want you to fear it. He wants you to be anchored in it. This message is not to scare you. It is to strengthen you. Because what you are about to witness may shake your trust, but it will anchor your truth. What you are about to feel may sting your heart, but it will sharpen your spirit. This is the kind of revelation that cannot be unseen, the kind of divine unveiling that makes you walk differently, think differently, choose differently. And yes, it will change how you see them, but more importantly, it will change how you see yourself. Because heaven never reveals what it does not intend to heal. Heaven never exposes what it does not plan to elevate. This is not just a betrayal. It is a spiritual checkpoint, a divine checkpoint. The heavens are saying, no more delays, no more deception, and no more giving your heart to someone who does not carry the weight of honor. You've carried this confusion long enough. You've questioned your instincts long enough. You stayed silent out of fear of being wrong, out of loyalty to the image you once had of them. But heaven sees clearly what you have only felt in fragments. Archangel Michael has watched it unfold behind closed doors, in private thoughts, in whispered motives. And now, he declares, within 72 hours, the truth will no longer hide. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the Support Here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type I am anointed in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1516 is now activated. You felt it, haven't you? That strange distance. That emotional disconnection cloaked in polite smiles. That silence that screams louder than any argument. It's been creeping in, not all at once, but in subtle shifts. They used to ask. Now they only answer. They used to listen. Now they only wait to speak. They used to read for you. Now their touch feels absent even when it's near. This is no longer about missed calls or late replies. This is not about being busy or distracted. No, this is about spiritual displacement, about emotional evacuation. They are present in body but absent in spirit. Something shifted, and you can't explain it, but your heart felt it. Heaven confirms it. They know what they're doing, but they think you don't. They have made silent decisions in their heart without inviting you into the room. They have entertained thoughts, agreements, and connections that contradict everything they once vowed to you. And yet they smile. Yet they pretend. Yet they lay next to you or talk to you as if nothing has changed. But everything has changed. And heaven is not letting them hide behind false peace anymore. You're not imagining this. This is not your anxiety. This is not your insecurity. This is revelation. This is discernment rising like a tide in your soul. This is heaven's way of saying, wake up. Watch it. But grow. You are not crazy. You are not too sensitive. You are spiritually aware, and that awareness is your anointing. And now you must ask yourself the hard question, was it ever real? Was their love ever anchored in truth? Or was it always a performance, a transaction, a manipulation wearing the costume of care? These are not easy questions, but heaven is strong enough to walk you through the answers. Because the truth does not come to break you. It comes to free you. You are standing in the middle of a divine exposure. And no, it's not what you wanted, but it's what you needed. Because if heaven had not revealed it, you would have continued giving your loyalty to someone who was slowly undoing your spirit. Someone who knew your sacred places, only to later use them as weapons. This moment of emotional disruption is the earthquake before your elevation, the shaking before your sanctification. The truth is painful, but it is not fatal. And in this unraveling, heaven is giving you a mirror to see not just them, but you. Your worth, your power, your clarity, your unshakable intuition. Because the real story here is not just about the lie they lived, but about the truth you're now becoming. Type "I am awakened" in the comments if you receive this message. Lesson code 4545 is now flowing into your life. You are not being punished. Let that settle into your spirit like oil poured over your head. This is not God's wrath. This is heaven's redirection. The pain that pulses in your chest, the ache of a love that feels like it's slipping through your fingers, is not a sign that you've done something wrong. It is a sign that the battlefield has shifted. What you thought was emotional turbulence is actually spiritual warfare. The conflict you are experiencing is not between you and them. It is between the divine purpose you carry and the darkness that fears it. You must understand this betrayal is not personal. It is prophetic. This isn't just about someone lying. This isn't just about broken trust. This is about an ancient war against your calling. The enemy knows he cannot destroy you, so he distracts you. He places people in proximity to your heart, not to love you, but to monitor you. Not to cover you, but to weaken you. And when your spirit begins to awaken, when your gifts begin to emerge, when your voice begins to rise, they start to fall away. Or worse, they start to turn against you. Archangel Michael wants you to know this. Your heart is a battlefield. Not because it is weak, but because it is valuable. The enemy is not warring against you because you are broken. He is attacking because you are chosen. You've been marked by heaven. There is oil on your name. There is a promise tied to your life. And wherever there is prophecy, there will be resistance. The betrayal you are facing right now was designed to distract you from your rising, to consume your thoughts, drain your emotions, delay your destiny. But God is intercepting the scheme, and He is using the very person who thought they could manipulate you as a mirror. He is showing you who you really are by what you've been willing to survive. Do you feel it? A shift inside of you. That's not just healing. That's spiritual maturity awakening. That's discernment sharpening. That's the warrior in you standing up. Your silence, though they may misinterpret it, is not weakness, it is warfare. When you do not respond with revenge, you are warring in the spirit. When you do not beg for answers, you are declaring spiritual sovereignty. When you pray instead of panic, you send confusion into the enemy's camp. They expect your tears. They expect your pleading. But heaven is releasing a different version of you. The one that walks in authority. The one that doesn't chase what walked away. The one that trusts that God saw it all and is handling it all. They didn't target you because you were easy. They targeted you because you were chosen. The enemy does not wage war against the weak. He wages war against those who carry the weight of a heavenly assignment. Against those who have the kind of soul that awakens cities and shifts atmospheres. You are a threat in the spirit realm. And this betrayal is only proof that your name has weight in heaven. Don't let your heart grow bitter. Let it grow bold. Don't let this betrayal reduce your capacity for love. Let it refine your ability to discern. God is not removing people to break you. He is revealing people to build you. Because the calling on your life requires clean surroundings. The destiny ahead of you cannot afford contaminated connections. You are not just enduring this. You are rising through this. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3838 is now shielding your soul. In exactly 3 days, the spiritual winds will shift. The air around you will feel different. Conversations will carry weight. Interactions will expose more than what is said. Something is already moving, not just in the natural realm, but in the invisible war around you. Archangel Michael is not just watching, he is actively intervening. He is standing between you and the line they are about to cross. A line that, once crossed, will never allow things to return to how they were. They are making a move. It's already decided in their heart. It may be a lie they plan to tell, a secret they've already shared, a connection they've tried to hide. Heaven saw it all before they ever typed the message, made the call, or plotted the shift. You are not walking into a surprise. You are walking into a confirmation, a spiritual warning that is already wrapping around your reality. But heaven is not revealing this to break you. Heaven is revealing this to prepare you. Because when the moment comes, when their actions finally align with the suspicion you've carried, you must be ready. Ready to step back. Ready to let go. Ready to not react. The warfare you feel is real. The pressure in your chest, the tightness in your stomach, the dreams that wake you up. It's not random. It is your spirit detecting danger. Something is about to break, but not you. The illusion. The performance. The false narrative they've tried to maintain. That is what is about to crumble. And you will see it with your own eyes. Do not try to stop it. Do not try to soften it. Divine exposure is the hand of God removing you from a counterfeit covering. He's not just protecting your heart. He's preserving your future. There are signs even now. Little cracks in the story. Sudden defensiveness. Secrets hidden in open spaces. Slips of the time that don't align with truth. Watch closely. Observe without accusation. Heaven is whispering. Pay attention. Not everything that's familiar is safe. This is your final warning before the break. Not to instill fear, but to solidify your faith. You will not be blindsided. You will not be shattered. You will be clarified, strengthened, guarded. You are about to graduate from confusion into discernment, from longing into peace, from attachment into alignment. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $10. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type "I am ready" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7171 is now surrounding your timeline. In exactly 3 days, the spiritual winds will shift. The air around you will feel different. Conversations will carry weight. Interactions will expose more than what is said. Something is already moving, not just in the natural realm, but in the invisible war around you. Archangel Michael is not just watching, he is actively intervening. He is standing between you and the line they are about to cross. A line that, once crossed, will never allow things to return to how they were. They are making a move. It's already decided in their heart. It may be a lie they plan to tell, a secret they've already shared, a connection they've tried to hide. Heaven saw it all before they ever typed the message, made the call, or plotted the shift. You are not walking into a surprise. You are walking into a confirmation, a spiritual warning that is already wrapping around your reality. But heaven is not revealing this to break you. Heaven is revealing this to prepare you. Because when the moment comes, when their actions finally align with the suspicion you've carried, you must be ready. Ready to step back. Ready to let go. Ready to not react. The water you feel is real. The pressure in your chest, the tightness in your stomach, the dreams that wake you up, it's not random. It is your spirit detecting danger. Something is about to break, but not you. The illusion, a performance, a false narrative they've tried to maintain. That is what is about to crumble, and you will see it with your own eyes. Do not try to stop it. Do not try to soften it. Divine exposure is the hand of God removing you from a counterfeit covering. He's not just protecting your heart. He's preserving your future. There are signs even now. Little cracks in the story. Sudden defensiveness. Secrets hidden in open spaces. Slips of the time that don't align with truth. Watch closely. Observe without accusation. Heaven is whispering, pay attention. Not everything that's familiar is safe. This is your final warning before the break. Not to instill fear, but to solidify your faith. You will not be blindsided. You will not be shattered. You will be clarified, strengthened, guarded. You are about to graduate from confusion into discernment, from longing into peace, from attachment into alignment. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $10. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type I am ready in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7171 is now surrounding your timeline. Would you like me to proceed with section VI, protective guidance, and section Roman 7, shift toward empowerment next? You said, yes, continue. Ensure each section is at least 700 words long, should be related to title and current outline section, high-impact language strategies, and following other instructions as mentioned in the beginning. Write 2 sections at a time. Maintain 700-word count for each section. ChatGPT said certainly. Below are the next 2 fully expanded sections. Section VI, protective guidance, and section Roman 7, shift toward empowerment. Each contains at least 700 words, continuing the prophetic tone, emotional depth, and spiritual instruction in alignment with the title and structure. Section VI, protective guidance purpose. Equip the reader with spiritual strategy. Be still. That is the command from heaven. That is the instruction now echoing through your spirit like a sacred drumbeat. Be still, for the warfare around you is not yours to fight in the flesh. Be still, for the strategy of silence will speak louder than any confrontation ever could. Archangel Michael is not asking you to run. He is not asking you to react. He is telling you, with divine urgency, to withdraw, to observe, to pray, and to listen. Because what's coming isn't just exposure, it's spiritual realignment. And if you move ahead of God, if you react in emotion, you may interfere with what heaven has already set in motion. You don't need to scream to be heard. You don't need to prove what you know. You don't need to confront the lie to confirm the truth. Your silence will confuse them. Your stillness will disturb them. Your peace will expose them. Heaven is doing what you cannot. Conversations are being revealed. Hidden intentions are surfacing. The quiet prayers you whispered through tears have summoned angels into your atmosphere. They are hitting you for protecting, for prevailing, for promoting. But the key is in your obedience, not in your defense, not in your retaliation, in your obedience. Withdraw, not out of fear but out of wisdom. Observe, not to catch them in the act, but to let heaven confirm what your spirit already knows. Pray, because prayer is not passive, it is war in the highest realm. Listen, not to their words but to the Spirit of God. He is whispering secrets in the silence. He is revealing strategies in your stillness. You must understand this. Nothing that belongs to you will ever leave without God's permission. If they walk away, they were never anchored. If they betray, they were never loyal. If they lie, they were never aligned. You don't have to chase what was never meant to stay. You don't have to mourn the loss of what heaven is removing for your protection. Say this out loud. Even now, I am covered. I am guarded. I am unshakable. Let it become your declaration. Let it sink into your cells. Because this moment, as painful as it may feel, is birthing something sacred in you. You are learning the language of spiritual strategy. You are stepping into the posture of divine discernment. This is what the chosen walk through. This is what the anointed survive. Don't waste time trying to decode every word they say. Don't waste energy trying to explain your side. Let God be your voice. Let the truth defend itself. Their behavior will soon contradict their words. Their mask will crack under the weight of your silence. And heaven will ensure you see it with eyes wide open, without ever lifting a finger. You are not unprotected. You are not outnumbered. You are not vulnerable. You are guarded by the armies of heaven, assigned by God Himself, led by Archangel Michael, the warrior of truth. You are in the safest place possible, within divine will. So now, let your stillness be your strategy. Let your peace be your protection. Let your quiet strength confuse every enemy that thought you would collapse. Type I am covered in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2020 is now hovering over your heart. You are not the same wounded soul they remember. And that's exactly why their plan is beginning to fail. Because they crafted a strategy around the version of you that used to cry at closed doors, that begged for breadcrumbs, that mistook attachment for love. But that version of you no longer exists. That version of you has been laid to rest, buried in heartbreak, baptized in revelation, resurrected in strength. You've changed, not just emotionally but spiritually. The pain they inflicted became the fire that refined you. The heartbreak they caused became the door that led to your healing. They thought the silence would break you. They thought the distance would make you desperate. They thought their inconsistency would make you chase. But instead you rose. Quietly. Powerfully. With fire in your soul and clarity in your eyes. Let this be known. You are not broken. You are becoming. Becoming who heaven has always seen. Becoming what the enemy always feared. Becoming the version of you that no longer needs external validation to walk in divine confidence. This is not just a healing season. This is a season of rising. You were in ashes. Now you are fire. You were overlooked. Now, you are undeniable. You were underestimated. And now, you are unstoppable. And what's most powerful about this transformation, you don't need to explain it to anyone. Let your healing speak louder than your hurt. Let your peace shout louder than your past. Let your transformation be the testimony they never expected. Archangel Michael is not just guarding you. He is announcing you. He is standing before the gates of your next season, declaring that the warfare you survived has qualified you for elevation. This rising is not by accident. It is by divine design. The pain was the pressure. The betrayal was the pruning. Of a fusion with a cocoon. But now you emerge with wings. Don't apologize for outgrowing their version of you. Don't shrink to make others comfortable with your rising. This glow on your face is not pride. It's the reflection of divine healing. This authority in your voice is not arrogance. It's the sound of someone who survived the storm they never spoke about. You are stepping into divine memory, remembering who you were before the wounds, before the heartbreak, before the betrayal. And in this memory, you are reclaiming your identity, your voice, your fire. This is your moment. Don't dim it. Don't doubt it. Don't delay it. Walk boldly. Speak with power. Love with wisdom. And rise without apology. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $50. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the Support Here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type "I am rising" in the comments if you receive this message. Lesson code 8888 is now lighting your path. There comes a moment in every chosen one's journey when the wound becomes the witness, when the betrayal is no longer just a scar, but a scroll. A sacred scroll, marked with divine ink, carried by angels, read aloud before the courts of heaven. You, beloved, have reached that moment. And Archangel Michael stands now not just as your protector, but as your witness, testifying to the process you've endured, the pain you've carried, the fire you've passed through. He saw it. He knows it. And now he declares, this had to happen to awaken what was hidden in you. Not every heartbreak is an attack. Some are awakenings. Some are divine alerts. Some are heaven's way of shaking loose everything that was numbing your discernment and silencing your voice. The one who crossed the line, the one who mishandled your heart, they didn't just betray you, they activated you. Their betrayal unlocked the door to a part of you that had been dormant, buried under the weight of loyalty, of longing, of false peace. This is not the end. This is the unlocking. And yes, you hurt, but it broke the shell you outgrew. Yes, it stung, but it shattered the illusion you clung to. Yes, it made you question your worth until heaven reminded you that your name is written in sacred ink, that you are called, chosen, and carved out for greater. God did not allow this to break you. He allowed it to build you. Like a blacksmith forging a weapon in fire, your soul has been tempered in trials. And now, what once felt like punishment you now realize was preparation. Your heartbreak became the hammer. Your confusion became the chisel. And through it all, the hand of God never left your side. Let this truth ring louder than your pain. Your name is on a scroll in heaven. Your process hath been witnessed. Your tears have been recorded. And your elevation has been approved. What you went through didn't disqualify you, it positioned you. There are blessings tied to this pain that you haven't even seen yet. Doors that are opening because of the purity you chose in your lowest hour. Promotions that are being released because you refuse to curse what hurt you. Connections are forming. Opportunities are arriving. Favor is surrounding. Not in spite of what you went through, but because of it. Your reward is not just in the afterlife. It is now. Here. In this realm. God is not unjust. He is a multiplier. What was taken in darkness will be returned in glory. What was withheld in silence will be released in celebration. What was broken in secret will be rebuilt in public. Archangel Michael is reminding you, this wasn't just about you. It was about the lives tied to your obedience. About the generation your healing will touch. About the atmosphere your voice will shift. You were not just surviving. You were being commissioned. Commissioned to carry light into dark places. Commissioned to be a gatekeeper, a voice, a foreigner. Let that betrayal be your beginning. Let that heartbreak be your launching pad. The enemy thought it would silence you, but it summoned your strength. Type I am unlocked in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 6262 is now opening new gates in your life. This is it. This is the line in the sand. Above it we're bored and turned it of the place where your pain stops speaking and your purpose starts shouting. You've cried. You've questioned. You've carried the weight of revelation on your shoulders. And now heaven is saying, rise. Woo. Declare. Line. You were never meant to stay in the aftermath of betrayal. You were meant to stand on it like a stage, not for performance, but for purpose. Your destiny is not delayed. It is activated. Every tear you shed has watered the soil of your next level. Every disappointment you endured has become a seed of wisdom. And now, heaven responds, not to your hesitation, not to your maybe, but to your yes. It's time to write. Time to pray. Time to build. Time to step into rooms that once intimidated you. Time to stop apologizing for your glow. Heaven is not timid about your assignment. So why are you? Archangel Michael stands over you now, sword drawn, declaring with thunderous authority, delay is over. Destiny is now. You are not what they did to you. You are not the season they left you in. You are not the words they spoke in anger, in jealousy, in deceit. You are what heaven has declared, a prophet, a pioneer, a reformer, a healer, a leader, a voice. You are more than a survivor. You are a divine solution to a problem this world doesn't even know it has yet. So activate. Speak. Woo. Don't wait for them to come back. Don't wait for their apology. Don't wait for closure. The door they shut with the signal that God had something greater on the other side. This is your call to action. To get up. To move differently. To think bigger. To refuse to play small. This is your moment to take the pen from the hands of pain and let purpose write the rest of the story. And you're not doing this alone. Heaven is backing you. Angels are assigned to you. The same God who revealed the betrayal will now reveal the blessing. You are not an accident. You are an answer. Step boldly. Live loudly. Walk like the crown is already on your head. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $5. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type I am activated in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3030 is now powering your next steps. While you sleep, heaven works. While you weep, angels war. While you wait, the spirit moves in silence, unseen by the natural eye, but unmistakable to the awakened soul. Even now, there is an exchange taking place in the spirit realm. An exchange heaven planned before you were ever betrayed, before they crossed the line, before your tears watered your pillow. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are in the middle of a divine transfer, and it is happening in your favor. Archangel Michael stands watch over the gates of this sacred shift. He sees what your natural eyes cannot yet behold. For while man looks for evidence in actions and words, heaven moves in silence, in whispers, in holy transactions. And beloved, you are in the middle of one. The betrayal you endured was the catalyst, but the exchange, the restoration, the multiplication is the reward. Heaven is restoring what was stolen, not just material things. No, that's too small for what's coming. Heaven is restoring your peace, your voice, your identity, your authority. Everything they tried to manipulate is returning, but not just returning, increasing. What they attempted to diminish in you is being resurrected with power. In the realm of the spirit, there is now a reassignment of favor. God is taking what was wrongly given to them, your trust, your loyalty, your energy, your time, and He is rebalancing the scales. It will not return in the same form. It will return upgraded, elevated, and protected. The exchange is silent, but the results will be undeniable. Do you feel that stirring in your spirit? That pull, that gentle nudge that says, something is happening. That's not imagination. That's not emotion. That is your spirit detecting movement, detecting divine strategy. It is the sound of angelic wings moving across timelines. It is the sound of chains breaking in secret. It is the sound of destiny reactivating. And here's what's even more powerful. Your enemies won't see it coming. The very ones who underestimated you, who mistook your silence for weakness, will look again and see someone entirely new. They will see someone covered, someone cloaked in favor, someone shielded by heaven. Because while they played in the shadows, heaven moved in the light. Let this truth settle deeply into your soul. Nothing is lost in God. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is permanently broken. The things they stole in secret, your trust, your joy, your sacred space, are now being returned, reformed, and reinstated in glory. This exchange is not a moment. It is a process. But you are now fully in it. Every time you chose peace instead of revenge, the heavens shifted. Every time you bit your tongue when you wanted to lash out, angels rejoiced. Every time you prayed when you could have plotted, heaven recorded it. You didn't just survive. You shifted something eternal. You didn't lose. You gained. You didn't fall. You transitioned. And now the spirit realm is catching up to what your soul already knows. You've changed. So walk differently. Talk differently. Pray differently. Expect differently. There is nothing casual about your journey. There is nothing accidental about your process. What has been reassigned in the spirit is now coming to meet you in the physical. Type I receive the exchange in the comments if this resonates with you. Lesson code 4747 is now releasing heaven's return over your life. Now the scales are tipping. The weight has shifted. The accounts of heaven, long balanced in silence, are now tilting in your favor. For too long, it looked like they got away with it. The lies, the manipulation, the betrayal dressed in charm. For too long, it seemed like your obedience went unrewarded, like your tears evaporated in vain. But Archangel Michael declares, the hour of spiritual justice is now. This is not man's justice. This is God's justice. Swift, silent, sovereign. This is not revenge. It is righteous recompense. God will not just balance the scales. He will reverse them. What was used against you will now lift you. What was sent to break you will now bless you. What was meant for evil, heaven is overruling for good. You will not have to fight for this. You will not have to lift a finger. Your proof will not come in angry words or bitter debates. Your proof will be in the promotion, and the sudden elevation, and the visible hand of God setting you apart. They will see, and they will know. Not because you exposed them, but because He did. You didn't defend yourself because you trusted God to do it. And now He's about to show why that trust was sacred. He is about to display His favor like a banner over you. Where they thought you would diminish, you will now expand. Where they thought you would shrink, you will now shine. Where they believed they had silenced you, you will now soar. Divine justice is not petty. It is powerful. It is poetic. It is precise. And it is upon you now. God does not just return what was stolen. He multiplies. The time, the love, the energy, the opportunity, all of it is returning in full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And yes, you won't recognize yourself after this reversal. You will walk into places you used to dream of. You'll carry peace where anxiety once lived. You'll come in room you used to feel too small for. Not because you're proving anything to them, but because you're finally living as who He always called you to be. I didn't see this coming. They thought their betrayal would bury you, but it became your birthing. They thought they could write your ending, but heaven interrupted their pen. And now, your reversal is undeniable. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the Support Here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type I receive divine justice in the comments if this word speaks to your soul. Blessing code 1212 is now activating heaven's court on your behalf. Hear this now, beloved. This was never just a betrayal. It was a breaking that birthed your building. A divine shattering of illusions so that the light of heaven could shine on what was truly meant for you. A line was crossed, yes. A person you trusted with your heart took more than you thought you could survive. But what they didn't know, what they couldn't see, was that your destiny was written beyond their reach. And though it hurt, though it shook you, though it cracked something sacred within you, it could not cancel what God has already decreed. You are still chosen. You are still rising. You are still called by name in rooms they can't even enter. What was meant to destroy you has now become the very stone upon which you will stand. Let this moment be the final shedding of every false agreement you ever made with pain. Let this be the last time you blame yourself for what someone else mishandled. This is your holy turning point. This is where your heart realigns with heaven's heartbeat. This is where you look in the mirror and see warrior, not wounded leader, not lost heir, not forgotten. You don't need closure. You need clarity, and heaven has given it. You don't need their apology. You need your authority, and you are now walking in it. You don't need to go back and fix what they broke, because God is building something new, something better, something sacred, inside of you. Archangel Michael stands before you even now, his wings wrapping around the fragments of your soul, sealing every crack with holy fire. He has guarded your process. He has protected your mind. He has fought battles you never saw. And now, as you step forward, he blesses you with sight, with strength, with stillness, with supernatural peace. May peace walk before you and favor follow behind you. May the days ahead reveal just how perfectly heaven orchestrates healing. May the ones who tried to silence you hear the sound of your joy echoing through every room they said you'd never enter again. May the version of you that rose from this become unrecognizable, not to punish them, but to glorify God. Because this journey, this warfare, this revelation, it wasn't just survival. It was sacred alignment. It was divine positioning. It was the fulfillment of prophecy disguised as heartbreak. So rise, beloved, with your head held high and your spirit grounded deep. Speak with power. Walk with certainty. Move with grace. You are sealed. You are rising. You are sent. The next 3 days will reveal what their words tried to hide. But your heart is no longer naive. Your soul is no longer available for deception. Your spirit is now awakened, fully, eternally, unshakably. This is your holy affirmation. I am chosen. I am covered. I am changed. What they didn't see coming, I am now prepared to face. Go in peace. Go in fire. Go in full divine authority. Type I am walking in purpose in the comments if this message confirms your path. Blessing code 7777 is now guiding your every step.